Okay. Now, this is solving a two steps equation, and I'll explain the two steps technique. The first technique that I'm going to show you is something called solving it by working your way backwards, and I'll explain that to you also. So, for instance, if I give you an example like this that says 3x minus 7 equals um, 28. Now, you can do mix and match until you try to get the answer 28. But there's a more efficient way that's called working your way backwards. Now, what happens now is this. So this says 3x minus 7 equals 28. So if we're working our way backwards, instead of subtracting, you're going to do the opposite of whatever this says. So instead of subtracting, you're going to add 7 to 28. And 28 plus 7 is going to be 35. Okay? Now that means that you took care of that by adding 7. And this one now, it says 3 times x. So therefore, for you to do it, you have to divide by 3. So therefore, you have to divide by 3, and then whatever answer you get, this is going to be 11 and 2/3. So therefore, x is equal to 11 and 2/3. Now, if you want to check to make sure that that the answer that you got is correct, all you have to do is just plug it in for x. I'm sure you know how to do substitution, but just to make sure that we're correct, I just do it right now. 3 times 11, right? 11 and 2/3 minus 7. You can also, of course, change it into a decimal if you want. The only reason why I kept it as 2/3 is because this was going to continue 0.6666. So if you want to check it, it becomes minus 7 equals 28. So let's see. 3 times 11 is 33, right? And 3 times 2/3 is 2. So 33 plus 2 is 35 minus 7 equals 28. And that does equal 28. Okay. Now, Alexi, there's many different samples on YouTube. I'm going to do another example, but on YouTube, as I said, you can look up lessons that says solving two steps equation. Okay. And there's many out there. This is kind of like the algebra that you learn maybe the ending of 8th grade, but algebra is going to be reoccurring in math for you. When you get to 9th grade and then when you get in college, you're going to have a good, you're going to always see algebra once you talk about math in upper level math. Okay, so that's solving two steps equation by working backwards. I won't show you the next technique. For now, if you could solve it like that, that would be great. Let's look at another one. Example 2. Okay, if we have example 2, let's say we have 2/5, right, times x, okay, plus, I'm making up some numbers now, plus 12 is equal to negative 9 for now. Okay, now it's the same step. We're just going to work our way backwards. This is 2/5 times x plus 12 equals negative 9. All right. So since they said add, you're going to subtract 12. Okay. So negative 9 minus 12 is going to give you negative 21. All right. And since it says 2/5 times x, we're going to divide by 2/5. So divide by 2/5. Okay. Now, how do you do division by 2/5? It becomes negative 21. Remember the reciprocal. If you're dividing by a fraction, you do the reciprocal, so therefore this becomes really 5 over 2, and you multiply, make the 21 into a whole number, okay? And now you have negative 21 times 5 is going to be negative 105, okay? And 1 times 2 is 2. And if you reduce that, you should get negative 52. If you do 2 into 105, you should get negative 52.5. Okay? Now I know you know how to do adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing integers. Okay? So just to recap, for multiplying or dividing integers, if the signs are different, the answer will be negative. So this is a negative and that's a positive, so the signs are different, so the answer is negative. Okay, so this is negative 52.5, so they're saying that x is equal to negative 52.5. Now if you want to check it out and just see if it's correct, we can do that. So let's do, since this is in decimal, let's change 2/5 into a decimal, and we're going to say it's 0.4. Okay, 0.4 is the same thing as 2/5. So 2/5 times negative 52.5. I'm just doing it on the side right now. Negative 52.5 times 0.4. I'm sorry, that doesn't look like a 4, but 0.4, because 2/5 is actually 0.4. Now let's do the calculations. 20 carry the 2, 8, 10 carry the 1, 20, 21. Decimal goes right here. So now it's now it's going to be negative 210, because the signs are different when you're multiplying. This is a negative and that's a positive when you're multiplying. If the signs are different, the answer is going to be a negative. So now we have negative 210. Wait, no, I'm sorry. It's not negative 210. Mr. Turner is making mistakes here. It's not negative 210. I made the mistake. This is 1 space, right? And then that's 2 space. So therefore I have to move the decimal place over twice. So it's really negative 21.00, which is really negative 21. Okay? Alright, so let's go back up here. So all of this is really negative 21, okay? And then plus 12 equals negative 9. Okay, now if you go ahead and do it, you're going to find out that that's negative 21 plus 12 is going to be negative 9 equals negative 9. This is all your check. Keep in mind, half the time they don't ask you to check it. I just like to check it to make sure that the answer is correct. Okay, the answer is actually, I'm going to circle that, the answer is actually negative 52.5, but I had to do my check to make sure that I'm correct. We changed 2/5 into 0.4, okay, and then we said x was negative 52.5, and then we multiplied by negative 52.5. Now, as I said, if these two examples does not help you, go online and just type in solving two steps equation in YouTube, and there should be many lessons. What I want you to do for me in class today, in class on Friday, I want you to do this. I'll give you a textbook. Don't bring your textbook to school again, okay? I have textbook that you can take. So I need you to do page 344, okay? And numbers 7 through 21, okay? Numbers 7 through 21, okay? And as usual, I'll take a picture of your work, and then I'll go home and check it, and then I'll post it on. Okay? Alright. Good night.